What's up, YouTube? My name is John, and welcome to Introduction to Java. This is our second tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you a little bit about Eclipse, and we're going to try to create our very first program. So what we want to do first is we're going to go to File, New, and Java Project. And I'm just going to show you this real quick. This button down here does the exact same thing. So if you want to create a Java project using this button, so the first thing it does is ask us to enter our project name. We're going to call this YouTube Tutorials, and we're going to click on Finish. Now if you look over here to your Package Explorer, and if you don't have a Package Explorer, then you could always go to Window, Show View, and you could open up your Package Explorer here. So once you have that open, you see YouTube Tutorials appears here. All of our projects are going to be in our Package Explorer, and they're going to be organized. These are all library files for Java, and this is your source folder. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click our source folder, and I'm going to create a new class. Now we're going to name this class Hello YouTube, and then we're going to click on Finish. So now it opened it up right here in this big blank slate we had here earlier. We could have multiple classes open, and they'll all appear lined up here. And as you can see, Eclipse has already generated some code for us. And as you can see, the class name is the exact same as the file name, just without the extension. It's always going to be this way, and that's just how Java works. So whatever your source file name is, that's going to be your class name. And here in these two braces, whatever is between two braces, it's called a block. This is what is called a class block. Now in order to first code a Java program, we must create a method. But what we need here is a main method. And the main method is basically an entry point into the program where all of your initial code is going to run. That's where it's going to start. So let's create one. And as you can see, this is a main method, or you could call this the method block. So let's write our first line of code. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a comment. This is a comment. What a comment is basically notes for the programmer. We could write whatever we want here. There's no limitations to what you could write here. You could write whatever message you want, but basically you want this to be describing your code. Just describe what it's currently doing in plain English. And so it's good for just good programming habit that you comment your code frequently. And I'm going to try to remember to comment my code as frequently as possible in this tutorial series so that you could understand exactly what I'm doing. Now we're gonna make this program actually do something. Okay, and this is our very first line of code. What this does, it's gonna print out a message in our console. And right now I'll show you what our console is. But be sure you do not forget this last semicolon at the end. This is what is known as a statement terminator. And after every line of code, with the exception of comments, we're going to have a statement terminator. So let's go ahead and try to run this program. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to click Run Hello YouTube. You could also click Debug to run your program, or you could go up here and press Run or Control F11 or F11 to debug it. But I'm just going to click this button here and click Run Hello YouTube. It'll ask me to save it before running it. So I'm going to go ahead and save it. And if you look down here, something new popped up. It's our console. And here it printed out our message, "Welcome to YouTube Tutorial Series by John." So basically, this is our very first program. Very simple, very easy, just prints out a message. But before we end the series, let me show you a couple other panels, such as the problems panel. It'll show you if there's any errors in your program, which you could use to fix. And here's another one over here called the outline. And here our outline has Hello YouTube, this is our class, and here is our main. And if you notice here, I'm clicking through it, it's highlighting what it is, and you'll have all of our methods, all of our variables. Basically anything we declare will pop up here in our outline, and it might just make it easier to find things, especially when you have code that is thousands of lines long and you can't find anything. This could help. So this concludes the end of the second tutorial where we create our very first program. So I hope to see you in the very next tutorial, where I'm going to show you a different way of how to compile these programs. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial.